It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Commanders on Monday Night Primetime.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. From up in the booth, Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you for this contest, and pretty obvious what this one is framed around, right, partner?
What do you think, the two quarterbacks?
There you go, nailed it. The two quarterbacks who are both right now among some of the best in the NFL.
Yeah, we know what they can do with their talent, right? We have seen their arm on display week after week, but how do they captain their offense and guide the ship when they're facing, well, one of the few guys in the NFL on the other side who can match them throw for throw? It's going to be must-see TV.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, the timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Burrow's first play going to the air. This finds all complete. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
First get of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Burrow from the gun. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They send a man in motion. On first down, here's Burrow. Finds his man, Chase. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Play action now, Burrow. He's got it! He's got the Cincinnati touchdown! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
Throw complete to Sinnott. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd and short, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. An option give to Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Staying with Robinson. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Play fake here, Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. Has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Gay with the point after. And the Commanders start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end right. 1st down, Burrow to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they're going to pass on 3rd and inches. Catch made by All. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Burrow setting up the play action. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals break the tie here in the 1st. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. This our last play of the quarter. On first down, here's Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have it on 2nd and short. From the 31. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, Daniels. Completed here to McCaffrey. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
He gets this one to McLaurin. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
complete on the option. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Robinson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He throws a bullet deep to their big game downfield. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Burrow from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Brown reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Daniels now. Has a man, it's Ertz. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They send Samuel right. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. Second and 3 now. Now Daniels to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals will get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Escapes the pocket, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Burrow. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're now set for 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Bengals out in front. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And the Bengals take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the 2nd half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this 2nd half.
The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now, Burrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. All the time. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D-tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, You have to eat up the pass, too, and that D tackle just got it done.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
Now Daniels off the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Daniels on first down. Escapes the pocket. And hold on, everyone. There's a Commanders player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Daniels from the pistol. Completed left side to Samuel. And he's taken down at the 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Here's 2nd and 2. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders get it back at the 35.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
The Commanders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Robinson up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third and short, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He gets this one to McLaurin. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play fake here, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Throwing now, Daniels. It's taken in by Eckler. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll try it right with Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps out of that front 7.
Here's Brown again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, but did the exact opposite here, Kate. And now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds his man over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw again, it's Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Burrow setting up the play action. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals now lead by 10. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Commanders set to take over. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Commanders will have a first.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
First down, ball at the 36. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They motion a receiver left. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Waste of time. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup, you got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Put the body on the line for his team. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that 1st down marker.
That is all-out effort to make the catch, putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception and some more targets in the immediate future.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Looking to throw. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Burrow to the air now. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. A give left side to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw it. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A gain of 27 yards there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Bengals leading by 8. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll run again with Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here he is to throw. Higgins makes the catch. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Motioning one of the tight ends. A give now to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
The home teams are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he takes this down after crossing the 45. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
He'll look to throw it. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Setting up to pass. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Second down and 10. Daniels. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Bengals emerge as winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.
Let's go.